This free lecture is from my ZBrush 3D printing course, the Goblin War Chariot. In this course we'll learn to actually control detail in this speed-driven guide to producing 3D printings with ZBrush. This course is live. Find out more in the description.
Welcome to another free ZBrush lesson. Now today what I'm going to be doing is creating a rope using a multi-mesh insert brush, curve on surface brush. So this is from my Goblin War Chariot for 3D printing course, which covers how to control detail and extruded detail so that you can get the right level of detail in your 3D print. So this is a sample video from the course, so let's get stuck in. So obviously in the course I'm going to cover a lot more on how to get depth, but I'm just going to show you how to create the rope brush inside of ZBrush. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up a cylinder and I'm going to drag that out on the surface and go straight into edit mode. I'm going to turn polyframe on and I'm just going to come down to initialize, and I'm going to change a few of these settings. Now the width and the height, I want that to be 30 by 30 on the side. So I've got this. And the next thing I want to do is bring down the divisions on here. So I'm actually going to bring it down to 8 just to make it a little bit more simple. And the next thing I want to do is make sure these squares, these little polygons, are square. So I'm going to put in an arbitrary figure of about 12, and that gives us a good result. Okay, now with that set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that a Polymesh 3D, and we've got this. So what I also want to do is I want to UV it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just set a polygroup for the top and the bottom and the sides. So I'm going to go into polygroup and I'm going to do group by normals. This looks at the direction. So I've now got a polygroup at the top, polygroup at the side, and I've got a few others in there which I'll combine. So I'm going to press the Control and the Shift key. I'm going to click on one piece, then I'm going to Control the Shift key and drag, and I'm going to click on that piece. That should give us the top and the bottom there. Control and Shift and click. Oop. Control Shift and drag to reverse it. We're going to make that one polygroup now. So back in the polygroups tab, we can just do group visible. Okay, so press the Control Shift and click. I'll bring it back. So now we've got 3 polygroups. Now I'm going to UV this because I'm going to show you a technique that we can use to UV this out. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to come down to plugins, the plugins and UV master. I'm going to click polygroup and I'm going to click unwrap. I want to just check this is going in the right direction for my texture. So I'm going to flatten it. And as you can see, the bit I'm worried about here is this pinky reddy bit here. I don't care about the caps, that's not going to have any texture on it, but this piece is, and you can see it's running top to bottom. Okay. So as long as that's all okay, if it's not, you can go and move things in here using the move tools and pressing Control to mask out certain bits, and then you can move those pieces around. All right, but as it's okay, I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to click unflatten. So this gives us our polygroups for this piece. And what I need to do now, our UVs, so what I need to now is put a cap on top and bottom because we're going to do a multi-mesh insert, and I want a cap at the end of the rope and a cap at the beginning. So I'm going to press the Control key and I'm going to mask across these, and I'm going to press Control and W, or you can click group masked. Okay, that'll give us a different color. I'm going to do the same for the bottom. Control W. Okay, now we've got 3 groups. Now this has not affected the UVs. The UVs are still in place, and we could test that. Let's test it now just to show you. So I'm going to come into surface and I'm going to go to noise, and I'm going to go and pick an alpha from my project files. These are not supplied, they're supplied in the course. So let's go and find our resources and our stripe, which we've got here. Let's click that in there. Now we've got UV, so I'm going to click the UV tab and I'm going to bring this scale down on here, and I'm also going to turn mix to 0 because I don't want a mix of the noise, I just want that. Now the strength I'm going to push up. You're going to see it starting to follow. So I'll push that strength up. I'm going to bring that alpha scale down a little bit more, like this. Let's increase that strength even more. Click OK. And if I turn polygroups off, now you can see that it's given us that rope. Now when this is twisted, it will look like twine going around the outside. So with that done, I'm going to turn the noise off for a second, come back into polyframe, and now we're going to actually create our rope pieces. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to come into here, the subtools, I'm going to name this. So I'm going to rename it, I'm going to call it rope. And I'm going to go into our rotation. I'm going to center this. I'm going to go into this little icon here, a little gear. I'm going to go twist. Now at the bottom, I'm going to twist this around 180. So I'm going to bring it all the way down. Okay. I'm going to click the little icon again, go into gizmo. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the control key. So I'm holding the control key and I'm dragging. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to unmask it, control key drag. I'm going to center this. I'm going to come back up the top. I'm going to press the control key again to duplicate it again. I'm going to put it just there. So it's just not touching. Now I'm going to unmask it, control key drag, and we're left with this. Right. So because we twisted it, we can untwist it and it will wrap around each other, but we've got to make sure that this is right in the center. So I'm going to hit the center there, and we're also going to make sure it's in the center of the floor as well. So I'm just going to click this little home, and that will set it in the center. So center there and home. Okay, turn the floor off. Right, now let's go into this again, and we're going to go twist. And this time we're going to twist this top one, and we're going to move it around this way, and you're going to see it's going to untwist, but it's twisting around an axis, so it's twisted around itself. Now we've done that, I can click accept. Now remember, we have a poly group at the top, control shift, and we have one at the bottom, and we have this middle. Now this middle section will be repeated, but this top section will be the start, and this bottom section will be the end. So I'll add those caps on the end of the pieces we're creating. So I'm going to go back into floor again, make sure that it's facing upwards like this. I'm going to turn floor off. I'm going to zoom in a little bit now. Remember, this has still got UVs applied to it. See? And I'm now going to turn this into a brush. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go to create insert mesh. I'm going to go new, and now we've got it. Notice it's called rope, and that's because we named the subtool rope. Now this is ready to be turned into a proper brush, so I'm going to come in and grab a sphere. I'm just going to make that Polymesh 3D. Now at the moment, if we drag it out, it's just going to drag it out like this. So we need to do a few little amendments to this brush. So I'm going to go into stroke, I'm going to go to curve, I'm going to go curve mode. This will be the start of it. So now we're going to have a curve, but you'll notice that it isn't linked up. So we need to make another slight change. We're going to come into brush, down to modifiers, and we're going to tell it to do a few things. It is a tripart. It's got 3 poly groups. Yeah, so it is tripart. We're going to tell it to weld the points. I'm going to turn the resolution up to about 6. Now I'm going to draw this out. And now we have a brush like this, with the caps on the end. So that is it. So obviously to reduce this down in size, you can hit that. And what is really cool about this is because it's got UVs, we can separate this out and we can apply those UVs to it. So I'm going to do that now. So let's unmask it, control drag. And let's go in here and let's split these out. Actually, I'm just going to delete this top one. So I'm going to press the control shift drag. So we're just left with that. And I'm going to delete hidden. So I'm going to come down to here, modify topology, delete hidden. And this will now, if we press the control shift and drag, you'll see nothing has come up because this is now on its own. But what is good about this is we've still got that surface noise that we can put on it. So I have to reapply it, but let me just frame it. Let me just zoom in a bit, frame it in. Let's just zoom in. Go and grab that alpha that I've created, which is simple stripe in Photoshop. Go back into UVs here. Turn this noise mix to 0. Turn this strength up. bring this scale down. Click OK, and now we've got this banding going through it. Now of course we can divide this now, so I can go up to here and I can hit the divide button to add resolution into it, but notice we've still got that controlled noise using the noise plugin there, which we can of course make it even more complicated there, and you've got that fine kind of lines going around it and a rope type look. So obviously I expand on this a little bit more inside of the Goblin War Chariot for 3D printing, but this is a good lesson for you. So once you've got your rope, you can of course go up to brush and you can save your rope brush out. And then next time you load, you can go in and you can load that brush back in and reuse it. So hopefully that's been of help to you. To find out more about the course, exactly what I do cover, which is a ton of stuff, then visit the link below and check out the course, and if you like it, take the course.